what you do.
So I'm a business psychologist, a couples therapy. Always came up with the problem with money. The happiness that relates to money, and it's not even real because I think that we all have to have like 3 sources of income. Who says they don't have time? It's not necessarily real.
Well, thank you so much for welcoming me today in Cannes.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
Yeah, you've rented a beautiful apartment, didn't you?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's been after an adventure that we have with another Airbnb place. So basically this was like a reward for not making it in the first time. But it was okay. We end up well here.
When did you arrive?
We arrived like 4 days ago.
4 days ago?
Yeah.
What is the reason of your stay, if not?
Actually, it's my birthday today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm turning 41.
41, wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful age.
Yeah, I know.
You wouldn't tell.
I don't associate with the age necessarily. I'm like, wow, really? When did they pass? But...
Well, 41 years.
Yeah.
So can you tell me about what you do in life, basically?
So I'm a business psychologist. I've been working with people and their business for 14 years now. And I actually love it. It was like, I started as a normal psychologist. I even work like that with depression and panic attacks and everything that a psychologist does. But at the end of every session that I had, it came up with the problem with, if I had a depression, if the client had a depression, maybe the problem was related to their businesses, or if they have like a couples therapy, always came up with the problem with money, and when they realized that our whole life depends on this aspect, the financial aspect, I started searching for answers for myself also, of course, but also for my clients. And I've been studying business psychology for 6 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. And I found out that we had like our scripts and our beliefs, and we had them since we were children, since the first time we realized that for candies, our parents pay with money.
Yeah.
And then we're triggered, but not necessarily by the candies, but about this part, how do we get the candies, maybe it's with money. And we have different beliefs, in Romanian we have like 88 beliefs about money. One of them...
Do we?
Yeah, 88. I mean,
right.
There are a lot. One of them is like money doesn't make you happy. And actually people just start believing that money don't make you happy. And they, but also another one is like spiritual one regarding religion, is that you don't have to have money, that money are the devil's eye. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
You heard about it, right? So you have it too.
Yeah.
A lot of our beliefs are also international, working with people from different countries. I realized that they also have them, that money are bad, People with money are bad people that stole from other people. And sometimes it's even true, because we see politicians that do that. So, the belief stays with us. And if we have that belief, that means we're gonna have the script that it's money avoidance. And maybe in our entire life, even if we work, we're gonna like not have money, not have enough money, money don't come to us. And we start answering, but why? Because I work, I do that, I've studied a lot, I do everything in my business. Why don't I get to the level that I want in my financial life, And when people get there and they don't have the answer, they come to, a specialist, And they realize that, okay, so I had that from my parents. They said that money are hard to have, or you have to work hard to get money. And somehow our brain, because we don't want to do hard things, just don't do them. So we we immediately ban money for our life. We don't want them necessarily, because it's hard and you don't want to do that.
Yeah, well, I have actually many questions for you, but I think that kind of relates to if you have loved ones, such as your family and your friends, they want the best for you. So, and that is not necessarily the path of success, because it very often is very hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how would you help someone? If I would come to you, how are you going to help me?
Yeah, when it comes to our loved ones, they always give advices that will protect us, that will keep us on a safe part of life, in our comfort zone, because they love us. They do that with a good intention, but it's not necessarily the best one for our business or for our financial path. And you have to take the risk, you have to upset the loved ones, so they can realize in the future that it was okay for you to go to do that, the things that you want in life, even though it's hard, even though it's a path that maybe you don't know all the answers, you don't have all the plans, but it's something that you want, and that you do with passion. So sometimes we have to choose for ourselves,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I think when you choose for doing the things that you love, it makes it easier to kind of withstand all the difficult times that you go through.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how you see it, but I've definitely experienced a lot of difficult times throughout my entrepreneurial journey. And it's not a sad story or whatsoever, but you go through, well, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah, it always is. But actually, I think that we as entrepreneurs, because I also own a business, I think we are a bit addicted to adrenaline. Yeah. I just believe that, and I think we love it like that. There is no road that will be like smooth up until you get your objective done and you are there and bravo, it's everything, it's amazing. It's not like that. You go to ups and downs, because the path to success, like real one, it's like this, And if it's not like this, somehow I think that the universe is gonna put you in the same place that you need to do, you need to be, like, I don't know, bankruptcy or something like that, because you need to learn to, how do you say, surf,
Surf the waves.
Yeah, surf the waves.
But coming back to the question, how would you help someone? Can I translate it or summarize as helping them get into the right mindset? Is that basically what you do?
Yes.
All right.
They do that actually, but they have a lot of. If they get the knowledge, the brain changes somehow. You get the knowledge, and then the brain comes up with the emotions, and then after that, I can help you do the behavior that aligns with the knowledge, with the new knowledge that you have. You have to, if you don't do the behavior, then if you only have the knowledge, your brain is only gonna forget about it, because we have a memory that it's only going to keep the things that we do repeatedly. This is what the brain does. So basically, I'm gonna help them do the right behaviors, discover their resources, because somehow maybe they don't believe they have them, because they never use them. So if they take the chance into using them through that behavior, then they realize that they have them inside themselves, with small victories.
Yeah.
And from doing the first step, they're gonna do it with me. After doing the first step, of course, there is no way back, because already the brain changes, You cannot be the same.
It's a gradual process.
Yes. And through that road, we end up working on a new business, because maybe they don't feel satisfied working in a corporation. They want a business. So we're starting with that. I had a client who said that she's gonna do burgers after she was an accountant. And I asked her, how many burgers did you ever make in your life? She said, none. Okay, so you cannot do that, You have to do something that's related to something that you already know, or a skill, or a talent that you have.
Yeah.
So analyzing the client's profile, we can come up with the best solution for the new business. Or maybe I had clients that end up being bored in their own business, you know. It started working. It was something that they did for money, and they had passions, you know. I had a client who did roads. He wanted to start to have a cafe, and everybody was saying, but you make so much money with building roads and stuff like this. Why do you want to have like a cafe? It's nothing. So he said that he always imagined himself being there with people and doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it's also passion. It's not always about the money,
Yeah.
but also money are important, you know.
Yeah, sure. I mean, money is a tool, is how I'd like
It's a
to
tool.
consider it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is a good habit? What is something that you would teach your clients?
To be vigilant regarding money, because you can.
And what does that mean, vigilant?
Vigilant is like money always circle, you know. We are always tempted to buy stuff.
Yes.
To make us feel a bit better, you know, because everything that we buy, even if it's our car, the way that we dress or anything, it's for an emotion, you know, because I want to feel good when I drive that car. I want to feel good when I dress like that. I want to feel good when I go to that holiday, or if I have that house. We don't buy stuff, we buy emotions, actually. So when you become vigilant about what's the emotion that you need in that moment, then you are going to realize that maybe I don't have to buy it necessarily, you know. Maybe I don't need that bigger house. Maybe I don't need that expensive something, you know. Maybe I need to invest in something, or maybe I can satisfy my emotions through a relationship, through going out with friends.
Yeah.
Or stuff like this, you know, and you become money vigilant, and maybe with that amount of money you can invest it, or you can keep it for, I don't know, whatever. You don't, because our program is to spend money, because this is it. Our brain does.
I teach.
Yeah. First thing that we do when we come up with an amount of money is like we say to our loved one, okay, so let's see, what are we going to do? What are we going to buy? Where are we going to live? You know, our first program is this. So we need to hack into this and not allowing it to happen, you know, because having money, it's not about how much money you spend or how much money you make. It's about how much money you can keep. You know, even if it's investments or, I don't know, gold, whatever, actions, or everybody choose their
plenty
own.
of ways.
Plans their ways.
Yeah.
So the best way to be is money vigilant.
Yeah.
You know? The worst way to be is money avoidance, like we said, you know, or money status. We need to spend all the money that we have to show the people on Instagram or whatever that we are rich and famous and stuff like this. And there are a lot of young people that believe that. Actually, because the stuff that I heard lately is that there are places where you can rent like expensive cars or whatever just to have an Instagram reel.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah. Even planes, you know, fake planes. Yeah.
I've heard about that, where you can kind of rent an air. Well, it's not an airplane, but you can rent it as a studio, right?
Yeah. So you can have very, you know, like. Why do you want to do that? It won't make you happy. Or actually, there is also this other script that says that money worship, you know, that when I'm going to have money, I'm going to be happy. I cannot be happy if I don't have money. When I'm going to buy that car, I'm going to be happy. I cannot have a family because I don't have money. You know, the happiness that relates to money. And it's not even real, because you can be as happy as you are inside of yourself. Having money won't make you happier. You're gonna be like in a place that people are gonna see you, but also gonna see how unhappy you are. You know. Yeah. It only brings up what we have inside of ourselves.
Yeah. So I forgot what the saying is, but money doesn't build character, or it shows it when you reach a certain point. I forgot what the exact saying is, but I kind of get the point there. And so, but how do you find that balance? Because you need money to succeed, to get a certain freedom. Is that what you focus on? Or
how do you find the balance between spending money or?
Well, I think there is a big difference, right, between personal spending
Yeah,
and
it is.
having a good buffer, a financial buffer to do things in your life, to have a safety net, to being able to say no to certain opportunities or what seem to be opportunities. So how do you kind of help people find that balance? Because
we actually do a financial plan. We have the pie, like I said,
Oh yeah, sorry.
We have the whole pie, and then we split it into, this is your personal expense. How much money do you need here? So we are doing it together for the money that he has right now and for whatever he will need in the future, in the next 5 years. And we make a pie, but you don't have to, like, you cannot have like more personal spendings next month. You have to like limit yourself to that, you know. And we do the pie, like how much money do you need for the home expenses, how much money do you need for travel, how much money do you need for your development, how much money do you need for whatever stuff like this. And you're gonna see that you have a whole pie. We do that in personal life, but also in their business. Because it's the same thing, you know. If you see your money in your bank account, even though it's for your company, you're gonna say, oh, okay, I have money, you know, but they are not yours to have or to spend. And we don't have to mix the money that we have in our business with our personal life. It's not an easy process, you know. It's not, but
it is a process as well.
It is a process, but when you learn it, the level of stress that you have is gonna be much smaller. You know.
So how do you spend your money then? How do you manage it yourself?
It's also a struggle for me, even though I know everything, you know. I'm always tempted to buy stuff when maybe I need emotions. And I do that sometimes, you know. And but I also realize it, you know, as a psychologist, it's not that you don't never do the mistakes. It's that, you know, when you're doing them, you know, and it's even harder. So, we are humans, you know, the same program to spending, it's the same one, you know. But I struggle, and I realized that when I knew what I was doing, because I also made money, and at the end of the month, I didn't have any. So I was, okay, but why do I do that? I was so confident about the fact that I'm gonna do money next month and next month, that I never had money, you know. And when the crisis came, I was like, okay, that's not okay, you know. But I was lucky because I was a psychologist and I could work, you know. But the first impact was, okay, I didn't even imagine that something like that would happen. This is one of the, I think that it's one of the lighting points in our brain, the COVID, with the financial stuff, because everyone was thinking, okay, so I cannot work. What am I going to do now? What will happen, you know?
Is that the point where you pivoted in your career? Because you said you started psychology around 5 years ago, was that?
Yeah. No, I studied it before that because I work with people, but I was like, okay, let's do that and that. But when the COVID started, I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. I was like, all right, everything is a plan from now on. Yeah. I needed to do that for my life, you know, and everything changed.
Yeah. In a good way, I hope.
Yeah, in the best way, you know. Yeah.
So what has changed the most in your life now? Do you feel more in control?
Yes, I don't have a level of stress anymore. I'm more careful with my expenses, like all the time. I think before I buy something, if it's really something that I need or not. How am I feeling towards that? Like all the time I'm asking myself, how am I feeling? What's the emotion? What do I want? If I need it or not? And I'm actually more focused about what's happened in the future than in the present moment, you know? I'm thinking about, okay, so if I invest in that, how will that affect the future? How will that grow? I'm more into that, into investments more.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what kind of investments do you do?
I actually buy a lot of apartments, you know. Right. I like that, and I think I have like the sense of that. I could be in that domain. I actually always joke about that, and I like it's a good investment in Romania. At least we are still growing on the market. I actually watch the prices here, but they are too big. They are like millions.
Yeah, the real estate market here is something else.
Yeah, it's so different.
But the listing prices are much more inflated and higher than the actual selling prices.
Really?
Yeah, a friend of mine, he's looking, but it's kind of a different range. I mean, it's all relative, of course, but he's looking upwards of 1 million, so 1.5 million range. So that's quite a lot of money, obviously. Yeah. But he says that he's been following that specific market where he's looking for, and he says the prices the actual selling prices are 30% lower than they're asking.
Oh, okay.
So that is quite a big difference, especially on that big of a money. And I heard someone else who is looking in the lower range around 200,000 to 300,000, which still is quite a lot of money still. And they also sell for around 20 or 30% less. But I think in France, I assume you don't have specific knowledge about the France real estate market.
No, I just watched it. Yeah.
But I heard that, and you see it kind of in all the rules and regulation that they have, is that the prices or the taxes and all the fees, the one-time fees involved, are more focused on buying a property and living there for the rest of your life, and kind of de-stimulating or not motivating at all that you invest in property here. But I'm sure that a lot of people still make good money with that here in this market. I will have to interview some people about that. But nice. Anyways, for Romania, how do you do that? How many apartments do you have? May I ask that?
We have 5 apartments.
5 apartments. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And when did you bought your first?
We buy like all the time.
So it's not you're not. Are you holding for the long term? Or
like
soon?
1 year and a half.
All right. So that's flipping.
Yeah. It is. So we buy them. We, of course, we make them nice and everything, and after that we sell them because there's always another opportunity, And,
but isn't it more interesting to keep them for a very long time, rent them out?
Some of them we do. Some of them, but some no, not necessarily.
All right.
But some of them, yes, they are, because the price always goes higher. Like in the center of the city, you cannot build anymore. So we keep them.
Yeah.
It's okay. Even though...
So if you're looking in the city, then you try to keep them for a longer time?
We try to keep them because we think that maybe one day, it's not a maybe, actually. We are going to find like a place where we're going to do our business retreats and our workshops and everything there. But I don't know if it's going to be necessarily in Romania. I don't think so, actually. I mean, all my colleagues from our group of psychologists live somewhere by the sea. So it's also something that I want.
Sure.
So at one point I'm going to retire there because it's good to have a plan of retirement. Like, I always work with that. Or how long do you want to work? I'm aiming 45. So
45. So 4 years.
Yes. 4 years.
All right.
Like working like with businesses and everything else, because being a psychologist is not work for me. It's more passion. So I think I'm going to do that since, I don't know, my whole life, as long as I can.
So, well, that immediately makes me wonder, but how then, I mean, that is more your passion. Do you make money with that?
Yeah.
All right, good.
I'm one of the lucky ones, basically, because I know that doing psychology doesn't necessarily bring you a lot of money, because sometimes you are working by the hour,
Yeah, all right. So you get paid by the hour.
But if you have programs, if you work like I work with corporations and retreats and groups, you can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of my next question. How do you make money just in general? So your plan is to sort of retire in 4 years.
So.
And you want to keep up a certain lifestyle, making sure that you have good food and that you can spend time with your kids and all that, and your husband, of course.
Yeah.
But how do you make money in general? Is it one income stream? You already said you invest in apartments.
No, I have more sources of income. I think that you have to have at least 3.
Okay.
So you can feel safe. Maybe one doesn't bring you so much money as the other one, but you never know, because economy change, life changes, and a business that maybe doesn't bring you a lot of money now could bring you a lot of money in the future. So I think that we all have to have like 3 sources of income. Who says they don't have time? It's not necessarily real, So I have the business event with the villa, the house where we do events. We have like the best clients in our market. We have like clients that I love, Chanel, like Douglas, like Armani, those type of clients and those type of events, which also they are a lot of work, but also they are really nice because, I'm a woman, of course. And I love to attend this type of events. So we have the business with the villa. We also have the real estate that we do, and I have my psychology practice.
Yeah.
And the programs that I do. But they are all in the same place, which is nice.
But do you mean the physical same place?
Yeah, the physical same place, because my practice is like near the villa.
Okay, good.
So I can just have a session there or have an online group there and then move to the event to say, hey, is everything okay? So I'm going back there. But I love it,
Yeah.
It could seem like there is a lot of work, but I'm doing what I like, so I don't feel it.
Good. Yeah, I'm going to do a separate interview with Vlad, so we'll speak a bit more about the business club that you have in the villa, but we have not spoken about it yet. So what is that part that you do? What is the villa?
The villa, it's the event place.
All right.
Yeah.
So have you bought that place, or is that something you rent? Or?
We rent it for now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you organize events there?
Yeah, we do events. We do events for big companies, like from all the domains. Yeah. This month it was like a fashion month, and they launch a lot of perfumes and makeup and something like that. Even Chanel launched something, I think perfume it was. And it's kind of nice. But we also have like energy companies, medical, a lot of domains. So we learn a lot of from them, from those companies. We tend to be at their level at one point, For now, it's enough that we are hosting them in our villa.
Yeah. All right.
And the other part that I do is the programs that we have. We were in that program when we've met in collaboration with Romanian Business Club. It's the Restart program. It's a program that combines business psychology with entrepreneurship. And this is the 2 parts that we do. And it's my part as a psychologist. And we do the workshops regarding money and the money beliefs and the money script that everyone has. And the way that this money belief influences their business and their financial path. Mm-hmm. And we came last month. We were in Ibiza. We did a program there. It was amazing. Actually, people went into a partnership regarding a product, and they are going to develop that partnership and that company in the future. So it's really nice. So what comes up from these programs, it's really amazing for people. And now
a program is a retreat, right? Basically,
a
just
retreat.
For
a retreat.
Universal language.
A retreat. It's universal, right? We stay 7 days. Like the next one is gonna be in Bordeaux at an ancient castle, which is actually amazing. I choose the locations, by the way. So they have to be like, we have to put the people into a story, basically, so they can feel comfortable and creative.
Sure.
Yeah, because creation is like a huge part of the business.
Yeah.
So we are living there in August is the next one. I'm trying to do those programs as much as I can, but I manage like 3 times a year.
Yeah. Does it require lots of organization as well?
Yeah, and it requires for me to live like for 7 or 8 days. So this program in this program you need to shut down from your life, and it's not easy, because most of the people that go there say that they never had that before, because we work, it's intensive, you cannot stay on your computer or email or chatting all the time with your employees. But if you don't do that, if you don't stop, then you're going to get into a routine, and you are not going to be creative, because creativity only works when you are, in a different part of the life that you have. Yeah.
So do you do any retreats near where the people live, or do you really take them out of their environment?
Actually, I don't do that, because I tried that.
You don't do it near where they live?
I don't do it near. I don't do it in Bucharest. They asked me, why don't you do restart in Bucharest? Because we could be able to be there, but it won't be the same experience as being away from your normal environment. You have to be somewhere else, so the brain can get more knowledge, so you can relax and be more into your true self. Not always having distractions like, I don't know, mother calling, employees calling, a lot of different type of problems that you could actually tend to go solve them if you are in Bucharest, or if you are nearby, or if you are in Romania somewhere. But if you are away, you're gonna set yourself into making someone else responsible for that, and you just be there with your own true self, with your own thoughts, and with solving everything that you want, in that program, not solving stuff that are at home. Yeah.
Got it.
So it will always be in some other part of this world, not in Romania.
And it kind of allows you to travel as well. So I think it's, sorry if I can summarize it like that, but it is a clever way to finance a certain quite a luxurious lifestyle as well, because you travel to beautiful places, Bordeaux, Ibiza, and but it's being paid for by the company, and you offer an experience. So it's a different way of achieving things as well, right?
Yes, it is actually. Of course, we benefit for all the distraction that we have there, because we won't study all the time. We have workshop and business. We also have fun, and having fun with people that are going to be like your friends after. It's amazing, right? To be in an amazing place, and we go to clubs. We have boat trips. We had that in Ibiza, but with 24 entrepreneurs that are like you. They're sharing the same vision, the same drive to make it into their own business. You just have a different type of conversation, and being in a nice place, it's just the perfect combination. Trust me, you should come sometime.
Happy, waiting for the invitation.
Yeah.
All right. So 3 income streams is what you recommend. People having 3 income streams, but that kind of I've heard from some people, and I don't know because I'm not a billionaire, but some people that have built incredibly big businesses and have achieved a certain financial position that is, very comfortable for a lot of people. I find it difficult because you hear very mixed stories. So it's either you need multiple sources of income, or you just focus on one thing and do that incredibly well for a very long time and just do the same thing over and over again, and they build a very big or successful business around that. So that is quite contradicting. How do you see that?
Of course, you're gonna prioritize one of them more than the other 2. So of course that you're gonna focus more on something that makes you more money than the other 2, because if you have an income for a company. But what I wanted to say is that these millionaires that that you've heard from, they have also other businesces that don't necessarily make them millions, but they have them. This is what I saw when actually I was in contact, because there are a lot of people that come and they did that for a while and they reached that level. but doing the same thing over and over again, and maybe you become the best in that. But I'm pretty sure that you cannot keep up the same passion, because you go through a lot of struggle during that process. And when you see it, then when you have it, you have that success that you search for, your brain is going to want something else. Because this is what always happens. It's not about getting there, it's about the road. So you are always going to be wanting to be at a new start, you know, to have like new challenges. We are programmed like that, you know. The adrenaline only works during the process, not when you have it. So basically, I think that yes, you should focus on something like what is your best skill, what is your best talent, what makes you more money in this moment, what do you see yourself doing first, but also have something on the side, something that maybe you love more. It's not that technical. You need to feed all parts of your brain, you know. Not maybe you do something in IT, for example, you know. You have to balance it with something artistic, maybe, so you can have both of so you can have different satisfactions.
Yeah. All right. And what is it for you, for the 3 things that you do? What is your main activity?
Right now, in this present moment, my main activity is the villa.
The villa.
The events place.
All right.
Yes.
So the business psychology, the programs that you do.
Yes.
That is, all right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And
so my passion is the psychology part.
Yeah.
You know, and the other one is like more of an investment than a business, you know, because it's more intuitive, let's say.
Yeah. All right. Can I ask a very direct question? But how much money do you make? Or what is the most amount of money that you earn in a year? Are you willing to share that with us?
Like the amount?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
No. So, you know.
Are we talking about 100 euros or is it thousands?
Oh, no. It's
millions
more. Yeah,
right.
of course.
6 figures?
Could be. You know, when you realize you have money is when you don't know how much money you have.
All right.
Because if you don't have a lot of money, you always know, like, I have this amount of money. I don't know right now.
Okay.
You know, because it's hard to know.
So you could be broke either.
What?
So you could be broke either. I'm joking.
No. But if I ever going to be broke, because I was at a certain point in my life, I was, of course. And it was okay for me. Yeah, I had a business when I was younger and I treated it like, you know, like you treat it when you are younger. It's going to work. If it works, it's going to work, even though I'm not going to be there. Yeah, it was a restaurant, so it was more of a fun place.
Yeah.
Than a business. And of course that I end up having no money, losing almost everything. But I learned from that.
Yeah, you did. What was your biggest lesson from going through that?
My biggest lesson, double check everything, be more organized, like always know what's going on into my business, not taking necessarily the perception of someone else about what's going on. Just double check, having my own perceptions, knowing everything that is going on from every level, you know. This is what I do. I stay in contact with all my employees. I know what they think, I know what they believe, I know how they are, something that I never did before.
Yeah. So you think that was the biggest mistake as well that you kind of made that led to the situation?
I didn't check, so I was like, okay, it works without me, but I don't know how it is right now, but I don't think that as an owner of a business, you can leave your business and attend only to your personal life, and your business is going to work the same, because your business is also like your child, and you have to attend to it from time to time, not doing what I did, like, okay, if it works, then I'm going to go on holidays. I'm going to leave it like that. My employee is going to be fine. No, they are not, because they feel like I've abandoned them, you know, and they want to live there. And this is what actually happened. All my staff left. They went at the sea to work there because it was a restaurant, and during the summer, where is better to work than being by the sea. So I was okay, what's going on, what I'm doing now. Yeah, it was a good lesson anyway. Yeah. And I'm glad that I received that lesson when I was younger.
When was that, roughly?
Around 20.
20, all right. Yeah. So it was very young to have a restaurant.
Yes, it was, but I came from a family with entrepreneurs, and I was like driven to prove anyone that I can do it. And I did. Up until one point when I didn't. Yeah.
So now you have taken all these lessons, because I think that's important for people to understand as well. It's not bad to make mistakes. It's a very common part of the entire process, isn't it?
Yes, and it's really important.
You need to go through it.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that you can actually learn from someone else as much as you can learn from your own mistakes. You cannot do them all, of course, and it's not indicated to do all the mistakes by yourself, to test everything. But I think that the rough times that we go through are the times that makes us more stronger, makes us in contact with our resources, which we don't know we have. How could we, if we live a life that's really soft and everything is cool and it's fine? You don't know how you're gonna react when something bad happens, and you cannot feel proud of achieving the good part of life if you don't go through struggle.
Yeah. What has been the biggest challenge that you faced in your life so far? Most difficult
challenge.
Yeah.
I think that I'm being challenged every day somehow, But the biggest one, there were many actually. Yeah. I changed careers at one point. I became a psychologist when you were in Romania. They didn't even know what the word meant. We were always confused with a psychiatrist,
Yeah.
We were always asked, okay, so what do you do? Do you give pills or what? Do you just stay there and talk? What is that? It's weird, And in the beginning, my clients were hiding their cars. So I was young, I was a woman, and I was telling my mother, well, I'm doing this and I have this practice. And my mother was like, okay, but you study law up until now. You had a career. What did you do that for? For clients to go hide their cars, come to talk to you. What is that,
Yeah.
So everybody, like you said, the loved ones, they were like, she's crazy. She's already making money from that career. Why would she want to do something that it doesn't even provide her that much money? It didn't even, I don't know, it wasn't cool at that point. Right now it is actually in Romania. Everybody wants to be a psychologist. Everybody wants to be a coach or I don't know, something like that regarding to that. So yeah, it's funny for me to end up being cool in this profession when actually I was like the bad witch that that was a struggle, and it lasted a lot of years. I was at one point, even I was ashamed of saying I'm a psychologist. I am like a lawyer, but I wasn't anymore. So it was confusing. Yeah, it was a struggle actually.
You're going to retire at 45?
I'm going to retire for being an entrepreneur, and I'm going to continue with being a psychologist. Okay. And I'm going to have my own retreat. Yeah. And I'm going to do these programs. Maybe I'm going to do them in one place. Right now I'm searching somehow, This is why we make the Restart program in more countries, because we just want to see where we want to stay, And if we repeat the program in one country, this means that, okay, maybe we're going to buy something there. This is why I'm searching always for the prices.
Good.
Yeah.
For you, so you are researching what prices you pay in what countries.
Yeah.
So what country do you have your eyes on right now?
Italy, actually. Italy? Yeah.
What is attracting you to Italy?
I think the vibe.
Yeah.
It's always calm. Everybody's at siesta all the time. People are chilled. If they have like a business meeting, they are like, okay, don't worry, don't stress out. You know, Italians, they always like everything vita bella, no? Yeah, this is why. For now, I don't know. I love it for now. They have it.
We'll
they
see.
have it all. Yeah.
And if someone wants to get into the things that you do, what would be your best advice for them? Where do you start?
Doing the first step.
Which is
like if they want to be a part of our programs, just make a phone call, you know. Just find us online, do a message, because we always answer. We are there for the people. We answer every question. We are giving you the support to make also the second, the third one.
Yeah.
And after the program is over, we are always in contact with the people that we went in these programs.
Yeah.
They are there.
And if they don't want to call you, I'm sorry, very rude, but what is the advice that you give them? What is it that you teach them in that first session?
If they don't want to call me, just call someone else, you know. If you don't find the answers for yourself, search for someone who does.
And by that you mean find someone who's doing better than you,
yeah.
Or financially at least better.
Yes. Of course, financially. I mean, if you wanna level up, you need to look for someone that is at the level that you want to be. You know, but at the next level, not necessarily the level that you see yourself at, I don't know, in 10 years. Just search for the next close level, you know, for the next step. It's always about the next step, because if we search for 5 steps ahead, you're going to see that your brain is going to say, oh my God, it's too much work. You don't have to do that. You don't know how to do that. You know, you have to search for the resources that you have in your environment. And after that, search for the next step that you need to do. Do something different than you already have done. Yeah. Because doing something different will get you to the different results that you are searching for. You know, this is the path that you need to do. Don't stay in the comfort zone. Don't repeat every day of your life and expecting like different results.
Yeah.
This is something that will never work. You have to do something different, like anything, you know?
Yeah, change it up.
Yeah, change it up.
Well, thank you so much. I think we've covered it all. Well, not all. We can talk for hours even after this. Sure. But thank you so much for sharing this with us. It's very helpful, and I hope it is to some of the viewers. And when are you next in France? That's going to be in August.
In August,
Bordeaux.
yeah. Right. We're going to be in Bordeaux. Yeah.
So maybe we'll see you there.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.